All right, so this video is just a good old-fashioned clothing haul, letting you guys know what I've been buying, what I've been liking this month. Per usual, these items aren't the most hyped. They're not gonna be the most exclusive clothing or sneaker pickups that you can find. No Supreme in here, no Travis Scott collabs, anything like that. Not a whole lot of hype beastness going on with this one. We have a good mix of sneakers, some vintage items, and a bunch of other stuff I'm gonna show you in this one. You know the deal with clothing hauls. And if you wanna see how I style it even further than these videos, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'm at Eddiewinkicks. I also just did a New Balance lookbook. You know, New Balance is one of my favorite brands, showing you 8 different outfits of how I style New Balance. So check that video out. When you're done here, enough said, let's roll. Admittingly, I've been bad at showing you guys my newest Jordan pickups. I've kind of just, I don't know. Sometimes when you buy these Jordans and people already have existing YouTube videos up, like plenty of them, I don't really need to add on top of that. And then I just end up not showing the shoe. But I'm gonna share them with you real quick here because they're certainly an essential sneaker for summer. Tech gray Jordan 4s. I just want to touch on the fact that the leather quality is really nice and appreciated. Every time a Jordan 4 releases and I pass on it, I regret it. For the most part, there's certainly some that I don't need, but a lot of Jordan 4s, I regret not getting. The original Oreo 4s, black and gray, regret not getting those. Columbia 4s, regret not getting those. Next up, we got a vintage champion jersey, Wizards, Juwan Howard. We gotta show some love. Fab 5 right here. Most people that rock a Wizards jersey like this, it's the Jordan jersey. However, wanted to get something different. This thing has some wear and tear to it. Of course, the tan Wizards lettering on the front and the back has faded. It's kind of turned into more of like a green. And when I say green, I mean green like these 990 bodegas. This combo will probably be rocked at the beach or like a day drinking tailgate event, something like that. But what do we got next here? I'm gonna show you these shorts in a second. I'm gonna hang them right here. So I got a pair of Air Force Ones, and this is part of Nike's move to zero. And the whole deal behind this is 20% of the materials are recycled. And I respect that, of course. That's a great initiative. All that aside, when I saw these Air Force Ones that you can still get right now, if you're interested in, I'll link them for you. What's the official color on this swoosh here? I don't know. It just says white obsidian, white black. So I don't know the exact color for this light blue, but it's like a Carolina blue. I'll tell you this, the shoe feels different, and I'm just unlacing the top here so that I can show you the tongue, but the shoe feels lighter. It feels like there's some recycled materials incorporated in the shoe, and it doesn't ruin it. The tongue is my favorite part, with a botanical floral design on there that is a nod to the dye process on this shoe. I'm not gonna get into many of the details because I have a lot of stuff to show you, but pretty much a white Air Force One with a really light Carolina blue swoosh and then a cork outsole. They fit a little snug in my opinion. I typically go a half size down with Air Force Ones, and I probably could have gone true to size. It'll be interesting to see what Nike does with recycled materials in the future. But sticking with Nike, I picked up a new pair of shorts in store. For me, when I can see and touch the physical product, it's just easier. You're not sold by photos. Anyway, these are the Nike standard issue mesh shorts. They hit for $55, reasonable price, I guess. Maybe a little bit pricey for a pair of mesh shorts, but here's why I got them. White shorts are amazing. Most people don't wear white shorts. Why? Because they get stained, they get dirty. I feel you. There's not a whole lot to get around that unless you roll with a Tide to Go pen or know someone that does. Very important tip right there. Either keep Tide to Go in your car or your bag or your girl's purse. Major right there. Anyway, if these things get stained up, which is very possible, they are reversible, you know, so not all is lost. They have a dry fit blue inner lining. Now you have some gym shorts or some casual shorts if the inside was hit with like a blueberry pie. Not to mention, I kind of like the retro vibe of the underneath showing a little bit. You can see that white mesh kind of poking out down towards the bottom. Okay, you know the deal. It is Olympic season. We've got this Atlanta Olympics t-shirt right here that one of you recommended I start looking into, and I kind of went crazy. I absolutely love the design on here. This is a Hanes heavyweight t-shirt made in USA. It's got that really light heather gray material. I would rock this t-shirt underneath this jacket. Bro, look at this jacket right here. Beauteous. Beauteous. You most likely would not be able to guess where this jacket is from. It is 90s JCPenney. I was able to snag this for 20 bucks. 20 bucks shipped to me. It's got the draw cord at the bottom, which is so essential. It's a little bit big, but I don't really care. You will hardly ever see this color combination. Red collar on the inside, purple, black, and then teal. Like what? I've picked up some other windbreakers that I'm gonna show you guys soon, but I just had to, you know, throw at least one in here. And then real quick, these did not drop in July. I think it was June. Sleeper pickup right here. Never showed them to you. This is the Ghost Green Jordan 1 Low. Let me know if you guys like this shoe. I feel like it really didn't get much love. The contrast stitching on here is kind of what grabbed me, and I picked this shoe up because I did some promo for Grailed on my IG, and they gifted me a pair, so that's what this is. And then last up, I did a little shopping at Kith. Now, we're gonna talk about Kith a little bit right now, but these shorts are fire. The patchwork Hardaway shorts, they do a great job. I wish I could buy more items from them. However, they're always $30 to $50 more than they should be. Retail price on these shorts is $150. They realistically feel and look like they should be $120. Let me know if you guys get down with Kith, or do the price tags kind of run you away? The price tag doesn't ruin it for me. I just have to be very selective as far as what I pick up. So when I looked at the tag, I was expecting them to be made in New York City or made in USA, and they're made in China, which is fine, totally fine, especially when you back it up with quality like this. They're nice shorts. I also thought that that $150 price tag incorporated something made in USA. So I thought I was supporting a USA manufactured item. And I don't know if everything that Kith makes now is made in China or not. You guys can let me know. I felt like at one point, all their tees and hoodies were made in New York, and some items were. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section, educate me, and there's certainly a lot more stuff that I've been buying I'll share with you guys soon. So if this is your first time checking out one of my videos, make sure you subscribe, and definitely leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Go check out my lookbooks and all my other summer videos. Thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy your summer. Be safe out there. Do what you gotta do to enjoy your summer while being safe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.